channel. Today I am swatching these dual tone markers from Artist Concepts. There are 24 markers, but since they're dual tones, there's actually 48 colors. So, which is interesting because it looks like one side is a brush tip and one side is a fine tip. So they're supposed to be for drawing, handwriting, and calligraphy. Not seeing anything about what type of ink it is. So I don't know if it's water-based, alcohol-based, or what. I'm gonna assume they're just plain mode pigment markers. So let's get into these and swatch them. So let's see. So before I swatch them, let's just take a look at the tips. So there's no color names or numbers. You can see the split in the dual tone. For the most part, it looks like the colors are coordinated across each marker. So that is your brush tip. And here's your fine tip. There's no indicator on the barrel, which is what you really have to either look through the clear cap or take the cap off to see which side. I would probably say that the side that says dual is the brush, and then the side that says markers is the fine tip. So let's swatch them and see how they work. So that's all 24 markers or 48 colors. First impression, they should have just made brush tips on both sides. The fine side really doesn't. It's okay. I would have rather had brush tips on both sides. The color range, maybe you see it better on a camera. There are some markers where there's not a major difference between the brush side and the fine side, and then there's some where it is. So like to me, the first one is pretty close, but then like when you get to this pink one, those colors are definitely different. And that's why I said 48 in quotations, because I think it's closer to 40 different colors. And again, I think I would rather have had the colors all in brush tip. This brush tip is a little bit different than the other Artist Concept markers I used that had a brush tip. It feels a little fatter. The colors are not vibrant. They're pretty basic. And to that point, again, I think the brush lays it down better than the fine tip. It lays down the pigment better, and it's more flattering to the pigment. The brush tip is pretty smooth, but like I said, it just feels a little like fatter. That's the only way I can describe it, is that it feels fatter. It's a little softer than their other, their watercolor markers that have a brush tip. It feels a little softer than that tip. I could see using these for lettering, hand lettering, but again, the colors, there's not a lot of vibrancy here. I think the colors that stand out to me as being different, it's like this blue, the pink here, this red here, this green. The gray is kind of nice. I think that's supposed to be black, but no, the black is the fine line, the gray is the brush tip. Yeah, so I think they're okay. These by no means should be your only markers for lettering, but I think it could be a nice muted selection for your markers. Like if you wanted something, colors that are a little more muted. Like I said, the fine side, it's okay. I probably would use these more for the brush side than the fine side. But I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it for these markers. I'll play around with them a little bit and try to get more of a feel for them and try to use them in a couple of things just to see how they play with use. But other than that, I'm just, usually when I try out markers, I want to say this disclaimer. It's not a disclaimer. Usually when I do the swatches, there's some markers like right away I'm like, absolutely not. And some I'm like, yeah, I'm putting this in my collection. These feel like, I'm not sure. Like, I really have to kind of play with them, and then I'll be like whether or not I want to add them to my collection of brush markers. But yeah, I got to play with them a little bit. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Well, as always, thank you for spending time with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.